Hello, I'm John Najarian. I've been a professional trader for 27 years, and I'm the co-founder of OptionMonster.com. I am as outraged as all of you about what has brought us to this point in our history where we're talking about spending $700 billion on a rescue plan for these financial institutions. Fear and greed are always what move markets, folks, and today we have headlines on an hour-by-hour, minute-by-minute basis that are textbook examples of fear and greed. Greed that caused them to do away with the likes of Glass-Steagall and the uptick rule, and of course fear that has resulted from basically clearing the market of any competitors, and you see the result today. Now, I own seats on several exchanges, the New York Euronext, the CME, and the Chicago Board Option Exchange. I mention that because as a trader for 27 years, I understand what transparent markets are and why I prefer those to over-the-counter markets. The markets where you pick up a phone and call somebody to make you a market and then put those assets on your balance sheet at whatever price you paid, regardless of where they go over the lifetime of that particular asset. That is what has brought us to this problem, folks. The lack of transparency and the marking to market every day of these assets. So when you look at exchange traded products like the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the Chicago Board Option Exchange, the CME Group, you're talking about assets that are basically in a price discovery mechanism, whether it's electronic or open outcry, that many people see and can bid and offer for what is being put into the marketplace, and then those assets are priced every single day and money's moved back and forth. That's why there has not been a failure on any of these exchanges, and instead why we hear about this problem, this contagion that has spread, because in effect these firms have taken down their firewalls when they pick up the telephone and they assume all the financial risk of every contraparty that has been part of these contracts. That's why I think that the solution here is to put these into a centralized marketplace, not to say that market makers like myself would make markets in it, but saying that centralized marketplace could be the best place for price discovery. Now, for instance, if the government were to bail out Madison Square Garden and were to get 100,000 Madonna tickets to 4 shows, they wouldn't pick up the phone and call 10 ticket brokers to get the best price. We both know that wouldn't be the process. Instead, they would put it on StubHub or some similar mechanism that would allow for tens of thousands of people to bid on those tickets, assuring us, the people bailing out Madison Square Garden, that we're going to get the best price. So Globex is such a situation. The CBOE's electronic platform are such situations that would allow for the dissemination to every trading desk around the world of this financial information, that the government has taken a tranche of 250 billion of these soured assets and puts them up for this reverse auction that Henry Paulson and Ben Bernanke have talked about. Why not do that in full disclosure to the world and make sure that everybody from Singapore to Dubai could bid for them? Makes all the sense in the world, and it assures us that the system isn't being gamed and we, the taxpayers, are getting the best possible price for these assets. So the solution, clearly not what got us here in the first place. That old boys and girls network of picking up the phone and calling somebody and having it hit on your sheets, that is what got us here, folks. We don't want to perpetuate that kind of problem going forward. We'd rather create a very elegant and easy solution. And again, that solution is not traders like me necessarily. That solution is tens of thousands of trading desks, investor groups around the world that could bid for these assets if they could see them in full transparency, and again, then bid for these assets, giving us the best price. I believe that that can turn this from a potential boondoggle into an investment that actually makes money for the taxpayers that are doing this bailout. If you agree with me, I encourage you to circulate this video around to your friends so that we can at least keep this discussion going and keep this from being something that just foists billions of dollars into just a couple people's pockets at our expense. Full disclosure means that more people can bid for it, means we're going to get a higher value for the assets we're selling. That makes all the sense in the world. If you agree with me, please pass this around. I'm Dr. J from OptionMonster.com.
Show me where it's at. Are you ready to go? If you want it, you already got it. If you thought it, it better be what you want.